It is Dave Lawrence, the Workforce Afternoon, and I promised you a surprise. Today, we welcome back a very special guest who's been on the show 4 times before, and this is his 5th appearance, and just such a pleasure to have him on right now. If you saw The Sopranos last night, you saw a brilliant hour of TV, epic TV, and you saw this cat get all but whacked. It was such a heavy episode. The final Sopranos ever is this coming Sunday night on HBO. Don't miss it. Joining us from his hospital bed in Jersey, I assume, our very good friend from the Underground Garage, Sundays at 10, only on 105.9, Silvio Dante himself, Little Steven. Aloha, brother.
Aloha, Dave. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Still breathing.
Oh, man. Well, a big mahalo for taking a few minutes there. That was something last night, dude.
Yeah. It was been building up, right?
What were you watching that?
I actually did watch it just to see, because you never know what's going to be, the final show. We never see it all put together.
So you did watch it. Was it a gathering you had, or was it just you solo, or?
No, just myself. I was, I just wanted to see if I, went down like a man, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that with a crowd around you,
Right. Well, what a show it was, because you start the night whacking, and then you end up, almost getting whacked yourself there.
Yeah, the close one, but it ain't over till it's over.
No, it isn't. And take us back, because I've never really appreciated it, I don't think, until now. How did you first get the gig with The Sopranos?
It was one of those crazy Hollywood stories that you really wouldn't believe unless it happened to you. I was inducting the Rascals into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it was the first time it was ever televised. And David Chase happened to be watching. He's a Rascals fan, so he stopped clicking around, and stopped on my channel, and I did like a 5-minute introduction. It was kind of funny, and he said, let's get him in the TV show. And so somehow the casting people found me, which wasn't easy to do, and said, do you want to be in a TV show? And I said, not really, And they said, well, we'll send you a script anyway, So I said, all right, I said, well, I'm just warning you right now. I mean, I don't know if you got me mixed up with somebody else, but, I'm not an actor, okay? And I don't even want to be an actor. So, you may want to send the script to somebody else. They said, no, we want you. So I read the script, and it was really quite good, which was a surprise. And it was at the right time. I just kind of felt music might be over for me. This is around 1997. I was just about to discover garage rock and the whole new contemporary garage rock scene, and Bruce was about to put the band back together like 6 months later. But at that stage, I was like, maybe I'll try something new, So I went down there, and that was it.
It's like before the underground rock thing became a part of your life. That is so huge to see it in that perspective, because that's been such a big thing over the last several years.
Yeah, it all happened at once. I went from completely out of work for like 10 years. I mean, I barely worked. And then 6 months later, I had 3 jobs.
It was nuts, too. And so you started filming in 97 or 98?
97, because the pilot was done way early. It was, we did the pilot, I think, early 97, and it was finally picked up by HBO, like 6 months later. So we weren't sure they were going to even, pick it up.
And it's had a total of 85 episodes. It'll be 86 when it's done, right?
That's right.
What, in all this time, I mean, what a run it's been. And it is such a brilliant thing. It is so powerful. It is so well done. It really is like a movie every week that it's on. When you described it that way, it's so true. It's so changed. It's given HBO so much more credibility. It's redefined what a mob movie is. What other cast members from that show have you grown close to, or who have you grown closest to?
Yeah, I see. Jimmy Gandolfini probably a little more often. Tony Sirico, and probably Stevie Sharippa.
So that's Tony, Paulie, and then who's the last one?
And Bacala, who had the most spectacular death last night. You know, that was like a Julius Caesar death. Okay, that was, you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about Bobby.
I mean, yeah, Bobby Bacala, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that was like, you know, an epic way to go out.
So you're tight with him, you're tight with Tony, and you're tight with Paulie.
Yeah, Jimmy Gandolfini, who plays Tony, and Tony Sirico, who plays Paulie. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're all, you know, we do these appearances. We do like 4 Sopranos publicity appearances every year, just about, and Michael is there also. You know, Michael, we get along, you know, good. You know,
that's Christopher.
That's Christopher. He bought it a few weeks ago.
Oh, what a way to go out too! That just was a real twist on it all to have Tony do that.
I know.
And so Tony would be the one you spend the most time with, and you call him Jimmy. That's what you call him, huh? Not James. It's Jimmy Gandolfini. Is that?
I call him Jimmy. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any of them that often. You know, because you know, I'm very, very busy, and I really don't socialize, to be honest.
No, I know.
Very rarely go out. You know,
that's what I love about you too.
I mean, this is unfortunately my socializing for the week. Okay, Dave. So that gives you some idea.
It's an honor, dude, to have it on my show. Makes it that much more special. And supposedly, dude, Tony was just out here on vacation, or rather, Jimmy, as you would call him, was just out here on vacation.
Cool.
And in the area. When they say cut on the set, is it hard to come out of character when a bunch of you dudes are all standing there? I mean, it's just, you guys do it so naturally. It's like, it just must be weird to have 3 or 4 of you in one place talking.
Yeah, we at this point, you know, I mean, somewhere between the 2nd, 3rd season, you know, we just got it became so natural that, you know, you can just snap your fingers and we all turn into that, you know.
I believe it.
You know what I mean? I mean, individually, you know, we can walk down the street pretty much. But when people see 2 or 3 or 4 of us together, forget it. You know, it's like it's Beatlemania. It's really funny, you know.
And so deserving. 2 final questions. Who on The Sopranos is the biggest E Street Band fan, and who in the E Street Band would be the biggest into The Sopranos?
Wow, I'm not sure I can answer either one of those. I think...
Are those worlds just totally separate?
They're pretty separate. I mean, there's a bunch of fans. I mean, when we toured, I don't know if it was the first tour, the reunion tour, or the Rising tour. I think it was the very first reunion tour, which happened right after the first season, or as the first season was rolling out. We had a big Sopranos party backstage. We had the whole cast and come to a show, and we had a whole thing backstage. So I think you know, a lot of the cast are Bruce Springsteen and E Street Band fans. You know, I think Tony Sirico probably be an exception to the rule. He hasn't really heard anything since Tony Bennett. You know, I mean, I think, you know, he probably, Dion's the last rock and roller he tolerated, you know.
That's the credibility he brings, though, to the party.
Yeah, Tony Sirico's the real thing.
Yep.
You know, but most, you know, I'm joking, but really I think most of them are fans, and vice versa. I think most of the band watch the show. I don't really talk to them about it. I wouldn't really know, because, you know what I mean? I don't talk to the band that often. I'll talk to, you know, Bruce once a month, Max once every 3 months, and Gary Talent once every 6 months or something, you know. But you know, it's a mutual, you know, admiration thing, I think, at this point.
No.
To some extent, you know.
And what a photo op to have all of you in one place. That would be the Jersey scene right there.
Yeah, it's just so weird to see New Jersey become fashionable twice in a lifetime. You know?
And you were there for both runs. Anything you could say about Sunday, or what can you say about Sunday's final
it's going to be heavy, and you know, it's going to be controversial. People will be talking about it for a long time.
Will you live?
Well, you got to tune in for that. You know,
I
it
had
ain't
to
over
ask.
till it's over. You know, I'm still breathing at the moment.
You are.
What they do with the, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell? They clap their hands or something like that, right? Remember that when you were a kid? Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Everybody, clap your hands, and maybe Sylvia will make it. We'll see.
Well, they left with that shot of the door. As they showed the door, and it was like Tony staring at the door. It just left you in such a weird place. The last moment of the show, they're like in that safe house, and Tony's looking at that door, and they show that door. He's getting into bed, and he stares at the door in front of him, and that's it.
Yep, gun in hand.
Ominous, brother.
Some serious ominosity going on there.
Without a doubt. Mahalo to you, brother. Our DJ, Sunday nights at 10 on the Underground Garage, one of the stars in a truly creative, genius masterpiece of a TV empire, The Sopranos, Silvio Dante, Little Steven. I really appreciate it. The final show this weekend. Thank you so much for being part of my show again.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Anytime. You know that.
I really do appreciate it, and God bless you, brother.
Good talking to you.
Thank you, man.
All right, Dave.
Hey, baby, it's Little Steven, and look at that. It's 420. Hey, baby, this is Little Steven. You may know me from the E Street Band or from the Sopranos, but right now you're with the man, Dave Lawrence. Hey baby, it's Little Steven. There's a tasty Live at 5 coming up with our buddy Dave Lawrence on the Workforce Afternoon. Hey baby, this is Little Steven from the E Street Band and the Sopranos, but that's just hobbies. But more importantly, you're in the middle of a workforce block with the man himself, Dave Lawrence, which is right where you should be, baby.